रिमूव्ह करून नवीन स्टार्ट करायचं. व्हिडिओ रेकॉर्डिंग हां हां. दिसतं? एक सेकंड. ओके ना? मग याला स्क्रीनशॉट कसं ऑनलाईन केलंय तुम्ही करून ठेवा. याच्याऐवजी हा कॅमेरा लागतो. अच्छा ठीक आहे. मी इथे आहे बसतो. तुम्हीच बसतो. बसलाय. ते आहेत ना. येतो की काय करायचं.
Good morning and welcome to everyone on the beautiful, well-known and prestigious campus of Shivaji University, Kolhapur. I extend my warm welcome to each and everyone invited here on a very auspicious moment in a spectacular morning on the behalf of SAIF-DST Center, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Guests will be arriving shortly.
त्याच्यापेक्षा आणखीन पण हो.
आणि त्या मी मध्ये येते.
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please ask you to stand up as our honorable dignitaries have just entered the hall. Let us welcome them with a big round of applause. Now I request all the dignitaries to take their respective seats on the dais and grace this event. Thank you. I kindly request all of you to stand for our national anthem. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to this absolutely wonderful, beautiful, and auspicious day that brings together so many special people like you. Once again, I take this privilege to warmly welcome all our delegates, respected heads of the department, respected teachers, and last but not the least, our enthusiastic and young buddies research minds. Yes, I'm talking about our participants and also special thanks to all of you for gracing this event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Pragna Rajan, anchor of this event. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each one of you present over here. So without any delay, we start inauguration function of structural and morphological characterization using sophisticated instrument under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav organized by SAIF-DST Shivaji Center, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Center. As a complement to the various scheme of DST funding for the expansion of research and development infrastructure at academic institutions, the STUTI scheme is proposed to build human resources and its knowledge capacity through open access to scientific and technological infrastructure across the country. This program is aimed to promote sharing hands-on training and embracing cutting-edge technology while providing open access to scientific technological facilities. And we all are gathered here to share a piece of knowledge and to get a deeper understanding of various powerful and sophisticated characterization tools under this title. With this brief introduction, I take this opportunity and honor to welcome the dignitaries of this event and respected all the heads of the department. Let me introduce individual on the dais. The chief guest of our today's event, Honorable Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya, sir, Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, New Delhi. The guest of honor, Professor Kedar Singh, sir, Dean of School of Physical Sciences, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. We also have the head of SAIF-DST Center, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, Professor R.G. Sonkawade, sir. And I request all the dignitaries on the dais to give floral tribute and gallantry to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. त्यांना लागत होता शिवाजींचा वाढत होता पोरी सरकारी जुनी लबाडी नवल झाली पाहिजे पाहुणी छत्रपतींचे तेज झुकल्या सर्वांच्या नजरा राजे तुम्हाला मानाचा मुजरा राजे तुम्हाला मानाचा मुजरा I also request all the dignitaries to please light the auspicious lamp and formally inaugurate today's event. दीपज्योती परब्रह्म दीपज्योती चर्चा दीप होय तुम्ही पाठवून दीपज्योती नमस्ते Lamp lighting is supposed to bring a lot of positivity to the entire atmosphere where it is placed.
अजिम सर फोटो
Now I request all the dignitaries to take their respective seats. Before we start, ladies and gentlemen, I request Dr. Dongre sir to introduce our chief guest.
Good morning, all of you. It is my privilege to introduce our today's chief guest, Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya ji. So he is currently working as a scientist here at the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Dr. Bhattacharya received his doctorate degree from University of Delhi in the area of plant sciences in 2002. His work dealt extensively with the gap dynamics and plant-insect interaction in the tropical wet evergreen forest of Green Nicobar Biosphere Reserve. In early 2003, he joined the Malaria Research Group at the International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology for his postdoctoral studies. Both his doctoral and postdoctoral studies yielded a number of scientific papers in journals of international repute, especially in the areas of evolution and maintenance of biodiversity in tropical rainforest ecosystem, plant insect interaction, and malaria vaccine development program. So he joined DST in 2007 and has been actively involved in the science and technology infrastructure development program. So with this brief introduction, on the behalf of STUTI program and on the behalf of Shivaji University Kolhapur, I welcome you, sir, for this.
Thank you, sir. I request Professor Sonkawade sir to felicitate Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya sir with shawl and shribal as a token of love and respect. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Kanwit Rantivin with Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Krantini Modi, sir, to introduce our guest of honor.
Dignitaries on the dais, respected teachers, dear participant, and ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to one and all. As we know, we have a dynamic personality with us for inaugural function of today's STUTI program. So it is my privilege to introduce today's guest of honor, Professor Kedar Singh sir. Professor Kedar Singh sir is currently working as a professor of physics at School of Physical Science, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. At present, he is a dean. He is also dean, School of Physical Science, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. As a researcher, Professor Kedar Singh sir has published more than 135 research articles and one book in international repute. Under his guidance, 5 research scholars completed their PhD degree and 25 MSc students completed their MSc projects. Professor Kedar Singh sir has 20 years of teaching experience at postgraduate level. Professor Kedar Singh sir has awarded with different fellowships, among that a very prestigious fellowship, one which Raman Fellowship at Florida in USA in year 2013 to 2014. Second is a Bisport Fellow at Florida in USA in year 2008 to 2009. He is also CSR Senior Research Fellowship at University of Rajasthan. With this, Professor Kedar Singh sir has delivered various lectures at different conferences and workshops. Professor Kedar Singh sir has worked as a member of different administrative and academic bodies like JNU Court member, JNU Executive Council member, member of Academic Council, core committee member of IPC, New Delhi, and life member of Microscope Society of India. So with this brief introduction, I would like to welcome sir on behalf of SAIF-DST Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I request Professor Sonkawade, sir, to felicitate Professor Kedar Singh, sir, with shawl and shipper as a token of love and respect. Thank you, sir. Now I kindly request Professor R.G. Sonkawade, sir, to propose theme of this training program.
Good morning, one and all. On the dais, today we have got with us Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya ji as a chief guest for this inaugural ceremony from Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. As well as we do have Professor Kedar Singh, who is one of the dynamic professor at Jawaharlal Nehru University. Presently, he is the Dean for School for Physical Sciences, Jawaharlal Nehru University. And first of all, let me say thanks to both of these guests who have traveled across from Delhi to this place. I know, sir, there are lots of difficulties to reach Kolhapur from Delhi. That too, participants particularly Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya ji. Nowadays, the parliament is about to be started, and he was extremely busy in the parliament questions due to winter session. So there was a lot of dilemma whether he will join over here or not. But for just for the sake of love for me, love for university and love for Kolhapur, he traveled. Please give him big hand of applause. Similarly, same case is with Professor Kedar Singh. Though due to his hectic schedule, he was also sometimes telling, "Yaar, nahi jam payega, nahi jam payega." I used to say, "Nahi jamega." And thanks to you also, please give him big hand up. Of course, about STUTI, events, but basically today, I have one PowerPoint presentation which I wanted to present to this funding agency in front of you all participants. As such, there are 22 programs, training programs we have to conduct, and Department of Science and Technology has given 13 places such kind of PME coordinator. But how we are doing it? If you look at on this screen, this is a map of our country, and 22 programs, training programs which we are conducting. We started first training program. This is at Srinagar University, Kashmir University, Srinagar. And sir, actually Lieutenant Governor of Srinagar was supposed to inaugurate this event. But unfortunately that day, due to Amarnath Yatra, some unwanted incidents happened and he has to push to the Delhi. But he deputed his second person advisor to the governor, as well as Professor Talat Ahmad, who was the Vice Chancellor, outgoing Vice Chancellor and incoming Vice Chancellors. Both of them were available. Advisor to the LG was also available, other faculty members. So our first training program has got across the country wide publicity through electronic media and print media. The confidence about these scholars which they do have it, because particularly when we speak in terms of this towards this Srinagar and Kashmir, we always give the special mileage for them. The response was extraordinary, extremely well over there. And Arindam sir, not only national media, but in Maharashtra also, every training program, we are getting wide publicity through all print media. So this is pertaining towards the Kashmir. Now, if I'll take it to the another program, likewise, I'll take few minutes, just wanted to brief to you. However, can we go to this? Now, VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology. See how wonderfully we are going over there. The few of the scientists from ISRO. Let me say you here as a chief guest or guest of honor, they'll be selected very, very good scientists, academicians, as well as we wanted that politically means state of the head, such as chief minister, governors should also represent, because they should also know, yes, what is going on at the government of India, and the message needs to be conveyed through the state, so that wide publicity among the scholars, among the general public needs to be aware about such kind of training programs. So these are the various publications of how we got this media attracted on this. Can we go for the next? Now, PBU Central University, Lucknow. This was also one of the fantastic events here. It's very interesting. Honorable Minister of Science and Technology supposed to inaugurate. We all were on the dais. He was about to come, and suddenly he got the telephone call from the governor office. No, the Honorable Governor Madam has fixed the meeting, and he has to take U-turn to that. But yes, nonetheless, this event was so fantastic, and we could able to have very good participants across the country. We have got good publicity, and the same has been conveyed. Every event, every publicity which has been got by the on basis of this Department of Science and Technology, we are sharing with all of you, particularly through Science and Technology portals. Now this is at Pondicherry. It was so fantastic event. We had it at Pondicherry University. This is the central university again. And the Madam Lieutenant Governor, she accepted our invitation. As such, I was quite instrumental to all of them. Apart from Vice Chancellor of the respective university, as a coordinator, PMU coordinator, I was also constantly in touch with them and trying to connect through Delhi with the governors and the chief minister, so we could able to get them on the dais. And she is an academician, she is a professional doctor. She has states in that entire audience how important such kind of training program is there, because during the pandemic event, she has seen it literally, how our country, how the entire world has faced the difficulties, and that was carried by every print media and electronic media. The theme, what the DSP have proposed, how this scientific instruments training is useful, which has been carried extensively. Lots of this print media and electronic media covered in that place also. Now we'll go to for the another places. If you see, can you go back to the same slide? Yeah, these are the events which have. This one? No, ma'am. These are the color code which we have given it. These are the states which has been completed. This is planned, and this is the host institute. This color combination which has been shown over here. And this is the Union Territory, which is the we had in the Pondicherry over here. So if you see on this entire map of country, do not look at towards the China. These are the borders. These some of the symbols which has gone to that side because we have expanded it. But this is the country how we have scattered. This Shivaji University has gone across the whole country. These are the programs which has been fixed. And almost this is the 15th training program, all the places we had it. So now a few more. Now we'll go for this next. This is the IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, Jodhpur. Now we will be having next event at IIT Indore also. Imagine, dear participants, how this Shivaji University and the image of science and technology is going up. Institutes like Indian Institute of Technology, they are also demanding such kind of training program, and the response was so high. The personally director of IIT Jodhpur was present over here, and he was so keen. I must appreciate, he sponsored one dinner also for all these participants. Such a keen interest he has taken in. So everywhere they are telling, yes, the DST, whatever this program has been launched, it was so fantastic. Now next, we have got this. Please go for the next. And likewise, BITS Pilani. This was the event. As I was mentioning, we wanted to have the state head also. The Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, he himself was personally present over here. And let me say you, it's not such a simple task. For such kind of events, particularly scientific events, whether the Lieutenant Governor, governors, or the Chief Ministers are coming, it's not a simple task. There are a lot of efforts which has been involved in that. And for that, there is a team which is working for this. Deliberately, we are bringing, as I told you, all of them, that yes, what the state government needs to be do and how the central government is fixing, and they do have various plans for what activities they are bringing. And he really appreciated a lot. Then he has mentioned that he has been spoken with the Minister of Science and Technology government of both LG Madam as well as both of them. Now, next. So likewise, we have got good publicity on that. Likewise, there are plenty of these programs which we have had it. This is the Mangalore University, and since the time is also less, but we had nonetheless, we are having very, very good programs everywhere. And this, can you go a bit faster? Yeah. This is North Bengal. See, this is the fact. We must reach to the end, to the top, to the remote areas, the Tier B cities. We wanted to capture Tier B cities. North Bengal University. Could you imagine at North Bengal University, the response was so well, and the participants right from top of the country to the bottom of this country, means right from east, west, north, south, all were present over here. This is the popularity how this program, the program is getting everywhere. And we had this publicity on that. Next, we'll be having this University of Kerala also had a very good program. This is all this national print media has also covered it. We'll go for the next. This is Guwahati University. Yeah, and we wanted to all these things. Nanded University. Can you go back? Now just check it over here. It is STUTI team on board. Can you show that slide? Sir, actually we have completed all 14 programs so successfully. Very good. And this is the team which we do have it. I wanted to show this slide to you as well as to the participants. Sir, this is not a task of one single person. This actual the success goes with them. With the technical team who is working at this SAIF center, they are the backbone for me. Due to them only, this is all the efforts we could able to do it. And without them, I'm nowhere. So let's give a big hand of applause for that. Now we had the Science Week also, which has been conducted during this, and Kohli sir himself was present over there that time. He has really appreciated this event, and more than 700 school children across these various states of near Kolhapur participated in this event. And again, that full 7 days, our university has displayed various programs, even the working models, small working for the school children and college children. Scholars, they have given these lectures in this. So likewise, we had many participants, they wanted to attend it so frequently, as well as I'm very happy to say over here, almost in this program also various states have been participated, various cities have been participated. So participants, if we'll say, and the government of India has well way, their entire TA, everything has been taken care, as well as we are accommodating if you feel comfort also, we will be providing the good quality food at the end, because he is representing science and technology. You have to give the honest feedback, the way, and every feedback is online also. Every registration is online. So there is absolutely no chance. We cannot select more than 3 scholars from one institute. So there are the constraints. Many scholars are telling us, sir, I have not got the opportunity. So there will be very inside things I should not speak of from the dais, but few of the things I will share with you. The recommendations we are receiving from very top authorities. Please give them chance. Please give them chance. Such a popularity this STUTI training program has got it. By the way, thank you one and all, and I will ask the anchor, please proceed.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us. Now it's time to hear the dynamic researcher and our guest of honor. I kindly request Professor Kedar Singh, sir, to enlighten us with his words. Thank you.
Dear Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya, Scientist Staff, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and Professor R.G. Sonkawade, STUTI PME Coordinator, Head SAIF Division, Shivaji University, and Mashood. He is the senior associate of SAIF program, and also SAIF team, they are working here. Faculty members, researchers, and most important is our participant who are participating in this training program. And about STUTI, brief will give by our, Dr. Arindam Bhattacharya, but I would say a few words of, this that 2 days. About that. For functionalization, we need technique, and after this, of course, we should have checked this material will work for application or not. Then we need to check the property of advanced materials or materials. Then we need this is the advanced technique. Suppose just I give one example. Suppose 10, because nowadays we can go up to this is the nanometer size, 2 nanometer. But previous days this facility was not available. So then we can know more about our material, what is the size. Then this program, if you see, then advanced instrumentation facility we cannot have in every university, because there are two the reason is there. One is that this facility are very costly. First, second reason, if this is a maintenance, and if you maintenance is also very challenge because you need this is the manpower. So here this facility we have, then our student participant can go there and get exposure training of this is the advanced students. So this program is very good. It's very good initiative from DST side. Recently also we conducted one university program in School of Physical Science. Then it's a very good program. Then participants were very happy to learn something there. Just I am coming again for materials. Suppose this is our first area. You can see this is the energy materials. Huge scope for research, because this material we need to harvest energy. We can see this is this solar cells. Nowadays we are using photovoltaic cell. In solar cell now we are using silica cell. This is a very costly, and also efficiency is not satisfactory. So then two things here. First, how we can make it cost effective cells, photovoltaic cells, and how we can increase the efficiency. So this is if you see some quantum materials, some quantum dots, and this is the peroxide quantum dot. They are the very good candidate for for photovoltaic solar cell. Other thing, if you have energy, then how we can store. Storage is also this is the problem. Then how we can do such. Suppose we are have this is the battery, lithium battery nowadays. But if you see lithium battery, lithium is not here in India. It is in the other countries. So every time we have to depend on other countries. If we are able to have this is the sodium battery. Sodium we are insufficient with India. Then a lot of work is going on. So then this is the kind of this is the art nerve. If we are able to, then we have to do research where we can be some self realize. So then there's a lot of scope now also for this thing. Other is which is the phase change material. Now we have pen drive, and this is happened if we have some phase change material. Then we can transfer our data. We can take your data one place to another. So this is the So that's why material science is very useful for for research. A lot of scope also. And then I would say then we have to have more collaboration, because this is the if you throw this this is the program, this training program, you can have also collaboration with other institutes. So then without collaboration, research is not possible. So then you have in future you can do some collaboration. Then missing this is the grand success of this program. I am also thankful to all organizers, especially Professor Raji, invite me to give some talk here. Thank you very much.
Arindam Bhattacharya, sir, I kindly request to the sir to address the gathering.
And I must compliment and congratulate, first of all, the STUTI, the SAIF team here, that they have been so successful in not only maintaining and operating and successfully running the SAIF Center, but as well as what Professor Sonkawade just showed us, the extent of coverage that the STUTI program has managed in a span of probably 7-8 months. From April onwards, it has taken up, and he has covered the entire stretch of the country. So it's an, huge task as far as one STUTI PMU is concerned. So I must really compliment and congratulate you, sir, and your entire team. So yeah, I would just briefly touch upon, under DST, we have several infrastructure schemes in our own division, which is the R&D infrastructure division. Apart from that, we have SCRB also, CERT, that you must have all heard and know about. They have several individual-centric schemes, depending upon the fellowships and the core research grant schemes and all that. They also have one of the infrastructure scheme, the SCRB IRFA scheme. Then Department of Biotechnology, they also have certain infrastructure schemes like the DBT Builder scheme, the DBT SAHED scheme. Having said that, DST, we have our own infrastructure schemes, the 4 infrastructure schemes main that are currently under implementation, and among them, the DST SAF scheme is the oldest one. In 1974, 3 SAF centers were established, and that was the actually pioneering effort from Government of India as far as SNT infrastructure, any of the SNT infrastructure scheme that was launched. And see, it has not yet seen the sunset, and it will not do so because of its relevance. It is reaching to far and wide, and to most of the researchers who are not having these facilities in their own institutions or nearby places. So this regional concept of setting up SNT infrastructure hubs under the name of SAF facilities, they have really lived up to its potential and has too much relevance. So SAF, even Kolhapur University is really one of the dynamic SAF centers that we just, staying in Delhi, we get one feel, but when we visit the centers, then it's a really altogether different things that come to light, the challenges that, especially the state universities that they're facing. So these things, we really feel really happy to see that the SAF centers in the state universities, they're doing so well. So apart from SAF, we have the DST FIST scheme. This is one of the major infrastructure schemes as far as department-centric support, infrastructure support is given. Infrastructure support typically given for major instrumentation, the state-of-the-art equipment facilities, as well as some networking facilities. Then we have certain infrastructure in terms of site preparation, some special requirements like for life sciences, we have to set up animal houses or like plant tissue culture, animal tissue culture, these kind of facilities that are also provided. And then we have separate component, which is called the maintenance. Normal individual centric programs, you have overhead goes to the university, and the university is, like free to use it in the manner that they would wish to. But the maintenance head that we have under FIST and also the other SMT infrastructure programs that we are having, that helps in the maintenance of the equipments. You need a lot of, once you have established, you need support for the maintenance part, just as Professor Kedar Singh was also highlighting. Maintenance is one important aspect, and we have built in budget head maintenance under the FIST. Then we have another SMT infrastructure scheme for the universities, performing universities, which is called the DST PERS scheme. So PERS, and then we have for specific women universities, we have the DST Curie scheme also. So under that also, apart from the equipments and the basic other needs, the maintenance is a built-in component. And recently in 2019, we launched the DST Sathi scheme. So DST Sathi is very exclusive, and only 3 such centers have been established till now. And the current call is on, and meetings are going on for the selection of new Sathi centers. So through all these infrastructure schemes of Government of India, we have established a lot of good facilities, good equipments, state-of-the-art equipments, many generic equipments. Some of the generic equipments like your NMRs, they are very generic for organic chemists, XRD for physicists, but they cost quite a lot, I mean in crores. So for their maintenance is one challenge. And then another challenge is, like how to optimally utilize this equipment. Optimally, not only in terms of manpower hours, but how to exploit that equipment in terms of different experiments. Like one person will have one kind of need, but that entire equipment will cater to a lot of experiments. So that know-how and like we have established so many facilities, but trained human resource are still inadequate. So to address these issues, the Government of India, apart from this, this is one challenge, having trained human resource. Another challenge is the maintenance. Then of course, we need to, like also at the same time avoid duplication. See, like which are generic equipments, I mean, government would be happy to set up in each of the organizations and all, but which are very highly state-of-the-art equipment. So that concept has to come under some kind of cluster approach or say regional approach, where the SAIF and of these equipments. 94% of the equipment, even the generic equipment, that we are importing. And this data is of 2013-14. So, like, and that has not changed much. So when the 94% of the equipment we are importing, so there has to be some effort where, as Professor Kedar Singh also mentioned, like to have Atmanirbharta and self-reliance, we need to have that kind of initiative within the country. We need to promote our domestic manufacturers, look for efforts to encourage them. So all these challenges were actually conceptualized, and a new policy framework has been created that is called the SCIMAN policy, Scientific Research Infrastructure, Maintenance and Networks. So this policy document was released by Honorable SMT Minister earlier this year. And as a part of this policy document, we have, the provision of having skilled human resource around these established facilities. So even before this policy document was launched, we recognized this challenge, and this STUTI program was launched in February early this year. So with this concept that at least by the end of, this was actually launched on a pilot scale initially. And coinciding with the 75 years of our freedom movement, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So we have, in target 7,500 trained such researchers by the end of this training program when in February next year. So I must mention you that recently we just had a look into how many overall how many training programs we have organized and how many researchers we have till date through all our 13 PNUs. So I would be happy to share that as of now 191 such training programs have been conducted, and around 6,400 researchers. It's a very modest target. There may be many more. But what we actually have in our record, around 6,400 such researchers we have covered. And we will be very happily, covering more than 7,500, which is our target for the STUTI. by the end of once this pilot scheme is coming to a completion in February. And one more question that will be in mind of most of the STUTI coordinators, the participants, whether this program is going to continue or not. We are making every effort. We are making, at the moment, I can only mention, we are making every effort that this program continues further. And through see, when we launch it at a pilot scale, our, like administration, finance, everyone was very happy with the concept. And of course, it was a part of the policy also. So now when we have to have it in a regular mode, then there are other processes that need to be followed. So we are looking forward to that. And God willing, we should have the STUTI program going on in the future also. I must also touch upon what Professor Kedar Singh again told. Collaboration is a very important aspect of this training program. I mean, you will develop definitely friendships, but at the same time, for your professional benefit as well as future, it will be really good if some of you can develop certain collaborations of your interest. That will actually help in some of the questions that the other person while in discussion may suggest you, and that can add on to your the research that you are carrying out. So I think that's all that I would like to share at the moment. All the best to all the participants, and I must once again congratulate Professor Sonkawade and his entire team for this wonderful effort through the STUTI as well as the SAIF facilities that they are carrying. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Maksud Vaikar, sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected dais, respected dignitaries on the dais, and all gathered over here, good morning and welcome to this STUTI hands-on training program. Today, I feel privileged to extend a vote of thanks on behalf of organizing committee of this 15th and 3rd in Shivaji University Kolhapur STUTI hands-on training program, having theme Advanced Instrumentation in Material Science and Technology, organized by SAIF-DST Center and supported by Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. On behalf of SAIF Center, I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our Chief Guest, Dr. Arindam Sir, Scientist here, Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. And I would like to thank our guest of honor, Professor Kedar Singh Sir, from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, for your presence in this program. I'm also thanks to a person who is the soul of this department, SAIF-DST department, my mentor, my guide, Professor R.G. Sonkawade, for their unfaltering support to organize this event. Lastly, I would like to extend a vote of thanks to organizing committee members, my staff, research scholar, and of course, participants. With these warm words, we move to the end of this inauguration function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And with the permission of the dignitaries, I hereby declare that the inauguration session is concluded. I request all the dignitaries to move for the tea in instrumental lab, and all the participants, please enjoy your tea. We will start our next session within 15 minutes. Till then, stay tuned.
Outside. Those photo outside.
Outside. We'll take a group photo outside this room. Okay.
Filling the photos.